Hi guys, Victoria Hicks and welcome to the Geeky Sandbox. Today we're going to do a review over episode 4 of The Flash. And it was a really good episode, guys. It kind of had everything that we love about The Flash incorporated into it. Like it gave me some very, very good season 1 vibes, and then it gave me a lot of vibe and people just like Cisco. Yeah, I tried to do a pun, but that didn't work. But you guys get what I'm saying. There was a lot of really good things going on in this episode. Now, if work has you busy, or if school has you busy, or just life in general, and you haven't been able to watch The Flash, I get you. Just go ahead and skip this video so that way we don't spoil any of the awesomeness that happened in this episode for you. Or, if you've seen the episode or you're okay with spoilers, then please continue watching. I'm going to try to keep this one short and concise so you guys can have all of the information you need for this episode. I have my notes with me on my phone. So without further ado, let's jump into our top 5 moments. Number 5, Gypsy's father, aka Breacher, visits Central City. As most of us know, Cisco and Gypsy have been getting very serious. They harvest the same kind of powers. They come from a similar background, and, we're rooting for Gypsy and Cisco. Gypsy's father, Breacher, he jumps through a portal into Cisco's bedroom whenever him and Gypsy are about to, And he sort of sets up this whole thing where he tells Cisco, I'm going to hunt you. The next 24 hours, I'm going to be hunting you, and, maybe I'll kill you because I don't think that you're worthy of my daughter. So now we have this, like I said, we have this big premise that if Cisco survives the next 24 hours or whatnot, then he'll kind of earn the respect of Breacher. And I really think this was a nice balance considering the heavy-handed and heavy emotion kind of other things that we had going on throughout the episode. What Cisco had going on, his scenario, it was very lighthearted, it was funny, and like I mentioned, it just gives you very, very much season 1 Flash. And throughout all of this stuff, I love that Harry, as a father, is counseling and coaching Cisco throughout this whole ordeal. It was great. Number 4, Ralph Dibny, an ex-colleague of Joe West and Barry Allen. He used to be a dirty cop and whatnot. We find out that he was actually on that bus, the bus that drove into the dark matter. And obviously the consequence of that was that he became a metahuman, and his name is Plastic Man. You guys that read the comic books know all about Plastic Man. And if you stick around for the end of my video where I do Easter eggs and bonus moments and things like that, then we'll all learn more about Plastic Man. It was very interesting to see them kind of bring that kind of meta ability to TV, because we're used to seeing all kinds of crazy things in film, but whenever TV takes that jump, or makes that leap to do some very strange special effects things, I don't know, I really appreciate it. So I was really happy that they brought Plastic Man into the mix, and the portrayal of Ralph by this actor was very great. I'm not sure if his name, let me get his name, Hartley Sawyer. And he has a couple of film projects under his belt, but we can go ahead and officially welcome him to The Flash. Number 3, the mayor of Central City is dirty. As I mentioned earlier with Ralph Dibny, we learned that he did a few things that puts him in the dirty cop category back in the day. We learned that he planted a knife on a criminal in order to get him arrested and things like that. And, though the guy was guilty for murdering his wife, it just didn't sit right with Barry. And throughout all these years, 5 years, Barry has a big, some sort of resentment towards Ralph. And, now Ralph is trying to turn over a new leaf, though he's blackmailing the mayor. And the mayor's just kind of okay, you're not about to blackmail me. So the mayor takes matters into his own hands, or his goons take matters into their hands for the mayor's hands. He attempts to get Ralph, aka Plastic Man, killed several times throughout the episode. And before he tries to kill him the very last time, Ralph is just kind of look, man, I'm done. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, as I mentioned earlier. And I'm just trying to live my life right, and I'm trying to start over. So keep your money. I'm not going to blackmail you for cheating on your wife, whatever. And with the metahumans that have come from this bus so far, it was refreshing to see that one of them was willing to not turn to a life of crime. And there's this underlining theme for this episode, which is second chances. Breacher ends up giving Cisco another chance to impress him, just because Cisco kind of jumped in front of Plastic Man to protect him from Breacher. And then Plastic Man kind of is giving himself a second chance with his new abilities. And then we have Caitlin, who was telling Barry it really wouldn't kill you to give Ralph a second chance. Number 2, Barry and Plastic Man work together in order to save Joe from the mayor. So there's a lot going on right now. Breacher is attacking Plastic Man because someone resembled Plastic Man on his Earth, so he's attacking him. And then at the same time, he's attacking Barry because Barry's like, wait, this isn't who you think it is. But at the same time, Barry's also trying to save Joe from the mayor. But through it all, with all of them working together, Barry ends up running up Plastic Man's arm and they end up saving Joe. Barry decides, you know what? Ralph, do you want to be a part of Team Flash? Was what he was saying in a way. He wanted to give him a second chance. He wanted to help him learn the abilities of his powers and see how far he could push him, just so that way they could study him and also so he can better himself. And number 1, Barry finally puts 2 and 2 together and he learns that the Thinker is behind some of the things that are going on. How much does Barry know? I don't think he knows that much yet because the only thing he has right now is the Thinker's last name, which is DeVoe. And he got that hint from 2 other villains in, I think, last season. So yeah, I feel Barry is onto something. He realizes that, you know, DeVoe is involved to some kind of degree. So I'm really interested to see what's next. Like, does Barry share this with Team Flash? Does Plastic Man help now that he's a part of Team Flash in some way? I just can't stress how happy I am that it didn't take 8 episodes for Barry to figure out some kind of clue. Okay, so I only have 1 bonus moment this episode, or maybe 2. There is some weird stuff going on with Caitlin still. Whenever Caitlin goes to her door to go home from a nice work day, she sees that scratched in her door it says, "We miss you, see you soon," kind of creepiness. And, I kind of want to know what's going on with that. Leave your theories down in the comment section. I want to know what you think is going on. And the second one, Joe finally shares with everyone with a box of cigars that Cecile is pregnant. And it was very lighthearted and it was very fun and sweet to see. And I don't know, it was very nice to see everyone really, really happy for once. All right, guys, before my camera dies, because I'm a very bad camera mom and I didn't charge my battery before this video, let's talk Easter eggs. In the episode, whenever Ralph is talking to one of his clients, he mentions that her husband is not missing, that he's in fact moved on, and he's with some woman and they had twins. And he says twins in Twin City. And I may be wrong, but I think that refers to the Terror Twins, which is a set of supervillain twins in the DC comic books. Their names are Tommy and Tuppence Terror. And as I mentioned, they're fraternal villain twins. They both possess superhuman strength, endurance, and they mainly engage in petty behavior. This is a big Easter egg because he was throughout the entire episode. Plastic Man. Plastic Man is not just a made-up superhero for the show. He is a legit superhero that is in several of DC's comic books. His first appearance was in Police Comics #1, which is August 1941. He was created by Jack Cole. And as we saw throughout the episode, his abilities include superhuman elasticity. He's very durable. His agility is very high. He has a health regenerating kind of factor going on. He can shapeshift and he's immune to telepathy. He's very goofy and he doesn't take himself too serious, and I think that was perfectly executed this episode. That's all I have for you guys. If you have any kind of comments, leave them down below. Let me know what you think is going on with Killer Frost, as I mentioned earlier. And how do you feel about us getting introduced to all of these new supervillains and superheroes? And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more comic book videos like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!